Officer, I can't breathe. Please, officer, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, sir, please. This was the phrase that was repeated by George Floyd for 16 times in the last 7 minutes of his life on this planet. And this death is the trigger of why America is burning right now. So why is it happening? It's because of one murder by 4 police officers, pure racism. And in this video, we are going to talk about what happened to George Floyd, 46-year-old black man from America who's called as a gentle giant. He's such a calming person, such a soothing person. So what happened to him? Why did these 4 police officials, 4 uniformed officers kill this man? So that's what we are going to discuss in today's video. And guys, welcome to Irwog. I'm Madan Gauri, and today we are going to start discussing about what is happening in US. So first, what you have to understand is this all started on May 25th, 2020, almost a week ago. So a week ago, George Floyd, who was working in another city in US as a bouncer in a particular pub, has lost his job because of the coronavirus pandemic that's spreading across the whole globe. So he moves to Houston. So in this particular place, he, along with his friends, he has phone conversations with his friends, and he wants to start a new life, and he wants to figure out a way to make money. So George Floyd is a very tall man. He is very muscular, but he is very, very gentle with people. He is a kid at heart, and that's how his friends describe him. So he, along with his friend, on 25th May 2020, evening 8 p.m., goes to a particular shop, gives $20 and gets a pair of cigarettes, and moves to a truck that he has actually used to come to the particular shop. So he has parked his truck, he goes back to his truck, and he starts smoking. So there are 2 teenagers who are working in this shop. So they kind of think, or they have doubts that this particular $20 that George Floyd has given them might be a counterfeit note. Means it could be a fake currency. So what they do is they go back to the truck where George Floyd and his friend are sitting. So they confront them and ask for the cigarettes to be returned back because they think the note is actually a fake note. But George Floyd and his friend says no, they cannot actually return the cigarette, and these teenagers, 2 teenage kids, they return to the shop and they make a 911 call, or a call to the police. Well, all this is happening when a police complaint is being lodged. George Floyd is not aware of this. He is with his friend sitting in his truck, just smoking and chilling there. After a few minutes, 4 police officers arrive at the scene of crime. So all these 4 people come there, and after this, all we can see is whatever is being captured by the CCTV cameras and the passerby video cameras, like the phone cameras. All these 4 police officers confront this particular truck where George Floyd is sitting and ask George Floyd to get out of the car. So after a few minutes, you can see a police officer pulling George Floyd out of the car and handcuffing him. And after this, George Floyd is you can see both of them are having an argument, and after that George Floyd is taken to the opposite side where the shop is, and there's another truck there where they are trying to push George Floyd into the particular truck and arrest him and take him to the police station. At this moment, George Floyd falls to the floor and he starts saying that he is claustrophobic, which means he is afraid of closed and confined places, and that's why he can't get inside this particular truck. But at this particular moment, these police officers forced George Floyd into this particular truck, but he's not able to get in. He's afraid. So he's a huge man, he's very tall, and these police officers are not able to control him. So he falls to the ground and he's handcuffed behind. So he's not even using his hands, he's handcuffed behind. So all these 4 police officers, you know what they do? They take him to the other side of the truck, they pull him, and they actually throw him to the ground with his face downwards. And one particular officer puts his knee on George Floyd's neck and starts to press it. Sir, he addresses them, the man who's putting his legs on his neck, he's addressing that particular police officer as, "Sir, please take your legs off, and I'm not able to breathe." So this is the context that he's saying. And he keeps repeating it, "I'm not able to breathe, please. I'm not able to breathe, please." And the police officer is saying, "Okay, then get up and get inside the truck." And George Floyd is saying, I will, please take your leg off. I'm not able to breathe. He repeats this 16 times in 7 minutes. But you know what? All these 4 policemen force George Floyd to the ground. They press his chest, they press his body, and this one particular police officer continues to press his neck until he lays there motionless. Even at one particular point, George Floyd is calling out for his mom. You know, when a grown man is saying mama, that, you know, that person is being brutalized. So obviously this is because he is a black. That's the underlying context, that since a black person is there, he should have obviously used the counterfeit note. This is the prejudice that is against the black man, and just because he is black, no one is going to stand up for him. This thought is among all these white officers who actually killed, and I'm not going to even use the word who overpowered George Floyd. I'm going to say they killed George Floyd. So this creates that one particular trigger point. The American population has withstood racism for so long. Even after a black man became the president of America, the most developed country in the world is still facing racism, and that's the reality. So as this video is spreading across the internet, people, just people across the world, and especially in America, start realizing the reality about racism in their country. It's like and already there is a coronavirus pandemic spreading. Everyone is inside the home. Everyone is already depressed. The businesses are not doing great. And among all these problems, this particular video of a black man being overpowered by a white officer just because he is black creates that one particular spark that ignites the fire that has actually been fueled by years of racism. Every black man in America, every man of color in US, and a woman of color in US have faced this particular racism from so many white people, and that finally this moment has triggered an eruption of protest. So because of this, you see 75 cities as of now, when I'm making this video, 75 cities in US are being burnt by the people of the country. It's because it's like a moment of truth for them. It's like this is the trigger point that people are actually going out in streets, and the people who are getting out on the streets are not just people of color, it's people of even the white people are getting out there. It's just humanity out there. People are showing their protest against what has just happened, and this has been going on for a very long time. If George Floyd was not captured by the phone cameras, if he was not captured by the CCTV cameras, the video would have never surfaced, and George Floyd would have become like thousands of other black men who have been killed just because they are black in the past. This has created a huge uproar in the American country, and that protest all asked for one thing: equality. Treat humans as humans. Black lives matter. People of color are as equal as people who are white. Not just in US, India has our own problems. So caste, let it be caste, let it be race, let it be creed, let it be whatever it is. Stop dividing people based on all these things that we have no control over. Start accepting people as they are, and stop spreading hatred. This is the one goal of US protesters right now. And while all this is going on, we have Donald Trump as the president, who says when the looting starts, the shooting starts. When we have a president who loves violence so much, it's going to be really tough to calm down the protesters. Let's see what's going to happen. But the one thing that I want you to take away from this video is stop discriminating, stop having prejudice about someone because of their color or caste or creed. Humans are all equal. If we don't really understand that all humans are equal, we are not qualified to be humans at all. And I will see you in another video. Until then, bye. Madan Gauri signing off here. Cheers. Take care. Bye. Cheers.